Hey everybody, Nick here, and for the love of God, YouTube, get it together. I mean, seriously, this is driving me a little bit nuts here. So what's gone on here is for the last, say, 15 minutes, I've been trying desperately to get YouTube live streaming to work. The first time I tried it, it failed. The second time I tried it, it failed as well. Right now, at the moment, I will take a picture of this setup here. I am all jacked up because I have my iPad taped to a tripod here. So what this means is that you all should be very excited for a couple of reasons. First off, because the iPad may actually come tumbling down at any freaking moment here. This is not necessary. We're playing for keeps here. But the other thing that's going on here is that, well, the suck has already begun. We are going to be having all kinds of trouble here. So now that this is working, what I'm going to attempt to do here is I'm going to try and add a little bit more tape just to make sure that this thing stays in position here. I swear to God, guys, this is not going so super smoothly here. All right, let's slide this up here. All righty, there we go. That shouldn't be going anywhere, he says dreamingly. All righty, so I have an iPad taped to a tripod up here, guys. This is what we in the business call an engineering solution. Alrighty, so let's go on ahead and pop this guy open. I have to say, so the last few times I've done these, I've actually been a little disappointed, because there's been a little bit of a lack of suck. But I'm hoping that this time is going to be different. We're going to get something that is just awful, and if not, I have something that I know to be just awful that I would like to that I can reveal here on the stream here. I showed this, that said, I had the fiance transfer this from its original box to this unmarked one here. And I asked her, did it look awful? She said, oh yeah. So I'm hoping, beyond all hope, that this is going to be really bad. So, as always, we know a couple of things about this guy going into it. We have ourselves in here an assisted knife. That is almost guaranteed. I have never had a crappy knife of the month that has not been. We have ourselves likely some bright coloration, perhaps zombie green or a bright orange. That's always nice. This stream is probably the only thing that'll cut tonight. Nice. Yeah, abso-freaking-lutely. So we know that much. What else do we know here about the world? We know, just a second here. Let me make sure that's not falling over. Guys, I'm not on my game tonight. There is no part of my game that I am on. But that's okay. Neither will this knife making be on its game, respectively. So I'm sensing some recurve, says MForge. That's a good guess. What other do we have any other good guesses here, guys? Because keep them coming. Those are beautiful. And as I'm delaying things a little bit, just to make sure we recapture everybody who's trying to get back into the stream. A couple of things I can show off. Real Steel Megalodon. This is not a crappy knife. It's certainly not an inexpensive one either, but it's an interesting piece I'm going to be taking a look at here. This right here is a steel wheel Modus, and I'm actually pretty sure that this one is actually in D2 steel. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Yeah, so I got the Modus there. This right here is a Cricket Offbeat, which is an interesting piece because it's got a really weird locking mechanism to it. And, no, I'll hold off on that. I'm not going to. All right, guys. Here we go. It's time. It is time. Nature has tried to fight us from opening this box. The fate has tried to make it so that this box stays sealed. But will we let it? No, we will not. Make sure I pinch that down a little bit more so the tape doesn't come flying off. All righty. Here we go. Here we go. Drum roll. Okay, then. Okay, so this is a different theme than usual. This is a wow. Okay, so it's an M-Tech. Holy crap! It's a metal frame lock. Okay, guys, this is impressive. This is a metal frame lock coming out of M-Tech, which is pretty excellent. It actually has full, like this part here is, yeah, that's metal. Oh my God. It has what appears to be some kind of an engraving or an etching in there that's been blackwashed of some variety or another. It has, oh God, I don't know if that's an eagle. No, that's a snake. That's a snake right there. Oy, 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 oy. I think it's time for us to pop this guy open because I kind of hope that there's something beautiful waiting inside this little guy. Oh, and of course, tip down only carry with the lanyard hole at the bottom. Oh, who can argue with that? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Bam. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's excellent. So what we have here is the MTech tribute to the Gadsden flag. The Gadsden flag being the do not tread on me, don't tread on me. It was a symbol of, well, it's a symbol of Americana, we'll put it that way. And so we've got, they're taking the little don't step on Sneck thing going on here, and they're taking it to a new level because they didn't use the actual Gadsden flag here, no. And that makes sense. They don't actually know what the Gadsden flag looks like. That's not a cultural reference over there in China. But what they have done here is engraved that onto the blade, and actually in a meaningful way. It's not the case that that's just like lasered on. I mean, it could be laser engraved, but this is not terribly engraved, guys. This is okay. See, you've also got a swedge. Now we got to look on the back here, and the back does have a festival of billboarding going on here. What we can see here immediately. Wait, we have USA's name. Ladies and gentlemen, we have USA's name. Original design by Dean Hogarth, USA Design. Original design by Dean Hogarth, USA Design. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we know who USA is. So immediately, as soon as I get off of this, in fact, I'd be doing it over here on my freaking iPad if I wasn't balancing my iPad from a taped tripod. I would be looking up who this Dean Hogarth guy is because, you know, honestly, this isn't terrible. Like, at some very real level, this knife is not awful. And so Dean, it makes sense that this is the first one that somebody is actually going to do. And that's ugly. I'm not a big fan of that. So, ay. I mean, it's ugly in the sense that there's not that much to complain about here. It's still an MTech, of course. It's still a stainless steel design. It's an USA design. It's handcrafted in China. The lockup is about 50%. Ergonomically speaking, it's not bad. Guys, I knew things were going wrong here. I should have known the moment that the moment that my phone was failing to start the live stream, the moment that everything was going, I knew that something terrible was happening here, and what's happening here is awful. It's not a bad knife. It's a frame lock. It's a steel frame lock. The action is solid. There's actually, now there's blade. Let's be real here, there. But the engraving is well done. It's got the little no step on Sneck thing going on here. It's this is impressive. I don't even know what to do with myself. Probably not a gem. Let's be real here. But I'm struggling. I'm struggling. This is just not nearly as crappy as I thought it was going to be. I'm being asked for a cut test. That's a great idea. And we should also weigh this little bad boy here because, a little on the heavy side. We are coming in here at 6.96 ounces, which is non-trivial. Absolutely. And you got a nice raised pivot, but then again, you know, you get that from Wii and whatnot, so that's a thing. It's not a bad knife, people. What's wrong here? Next. Okay, this is a fake. This must be a fake. That's the conclusion I'm coming to here. This is a fake MTech here. Like somebody has swapped an MTech for something else. I don't know. This is like the Olamic made a secret MTech or something like that. I just don't get it. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared. So guys, this is not a terrible knife. I'm sorry. I hate to do this. I feel like I've disappointed you all. But luckily, actually, I'm prepared for this eventuality because you see, right over there, up in my secret closet of joy, if you will. That sounds really wrong. Whatever. I think everyone's got a secret closet of joy, right? I have a strategic terrible knife reserve, and in fact, recently I have refilled this secret tragic terrible knife reserve. And because the fiance and I, we went on a little sojourn, if you will. We went over down to the Cleveland, and in the Cleveland we went to the mall, and in the mall, oh, that's right, we went to that store. We walked into this store, and oh my God, it was like a freaking panoply of terribility. Terribility, that's the word I wanted here. And it was just like crap, all throughout the cases. I was like a kid in a candy shop of terrible freaking knives. And we made some purchases. As a matter of fact, we made some purchases. Indeed, there were purchases made. The first of these purchases. Now, mind you, I wasn't necessarily going to make some of these buys. I was thinking to myself, well, that's a little overpriced. I would be paying way too much for that. I don't know that I would be able to live with myself if I made that purchase. At which point the fiancée graciously just put her hand on my shoulder and said, Nick, you got to do this. It has to happen. And so it happened. We'll put this little guy aside. God, that's off. How is that not terrible? And instead, we're going to pull out this. Now, watch this. Right here, we immediately see what's going on here. From the closet of joy comes the Fantasy Master. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Fantasy Master. Ladies and gentlemen, from Fantasy Master Knives, we know what's coming. And I know what you're thinking. Well, why'd you put the bottom side up? Because if I flip it over, you're going to understand what's going on here. Inside the Fantasy Master box is something truly, truly beautiful. Again, I tried to leave this at the store, but the fiancée, she would not let me. Here we go. Let's pop open the Fantasy Master box. How is it packaged again? Oh, there it is. And we will see inside there this little bit of joy. That's right, it has a sheath, and something fell off, broke off. Oy. It has a sheath, so it is a fixed blade. I know a lot of people want me to review fixed blades more, so here we go. Here we go. Bam! That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a dragon. That's a dragon. Right there. I have reviewed many, many things on the channel. I've reviewed many engraved knives with things like the USA or even with Egyptian gods. Where's my swish? Oh, it's underneath the Fantasy Master box. Yikes. I've looked at a lot of engraved pieces in my time as a reviewer, but never with a dragon. So then we undo this little Velcro. And inside we see more Fantasy Master branding, which is just great. I mean, guys. And then we take it, we need to assume the proper grip, because it's got this nice ergonomic pommel. Bam! Oh, yeah, you thought it was over. You thought the dragon or the brass knuckles or the batarang thing was as bad as this is getting. Nope. It is a combination push dagger, which makes it illegal in most good states. This is flamey, which makes it Guy Fieri, which I imagine is also illegal in many states. It's a brass knuckle, and it's a fixed blade. With this thing is so awful. It's spectacular. I love it. And this was in their quote-unquote martial arts section. And it's got a crud groove here, so that just makes it better. Is it legal in Flavor Town? Asks Big Bad Fish. Nice. I'll note there are some details here, because we have to look at the details here. Right here we have a fuller, a blood groove right down the middle of it there to reduce the weight, because God knows this thing is lightweight. We can see on the back side here, the only labeling on it is 440 stainless, China. Oh, yeah, that's nice. We have the price tag, whose remnants remain on the back of the knife, Frankly, that lends it some legitimacy, like some jackass would actually buy it. It looks like it would be great for the Vaseline factory. Actually, you're right. And you actually have a choice of 2 grips here. Maybe you can do like a combined sort of thing, like the Weaver grip sort of an affair, except, with the knife. Oh, yeah, that's excellent right here. This high-speed, low dragon, says Matthew Crouch. Sorry. Much like this knife with the dragon on the handle that slayed me. So, we have right here our high-speed, low dragon tactical push dagger brass knuckle fixed blade. Oh my God, this was spectacular. And this is the level of joy that I've been dealing with lately in my life. But the thing is, I'd like to claim that this is too damn good. I'd like to claim that this is the worst thing we walked out of there with. I really, genuinely, truly would. But no, it wasn't. I couldn't. I felt like I was completely and totally unable to pull my eyes away from this case. Because, well, something else followed me home. A lot of people on the channel, I get a lot of requests on a very regular basis here. On the channel for many things, more fixed blade reviews. You asked for it, you got it. Oh, we got to check the cutting abilities here. The cutting ability, there does not appear to be any sharpened edge, certainly on that side. Let's try it one more. Oh, come on. I tried to push it through the thing and it just tore. Okay, yeah, it's a piece of crap, but that's okay. It's a very entertaining piece of crap. That's a beautiful thing. But anyways, one of the other really common requests I get on the channel is for me to get into balisongs. So, balisongs are butterfly knives. They're a type of knife that I believe was originally developed as for martial arts. It's an incredible, they're an incredible technology, but there's something I've never really gotten into. Because, well, honestly, I'm not very coordinated. I'm not a man. I'm not a brilliant man. I'm not a really, well, I'm not a coordinated man either. And so as a result, if I were to get started off with a balisong, I feel like I would probably injure myself. But then again, a man has to learn. A man has to change. One has to progress in life. One must face your demons. One must face the future and step outside the box on occasion. And as a result, I came home with this. So there's a theme here. Here we have the dragon balisong. So you can see here we've got a nice dragon motif going on here. The dragon was a theme. Let's be real here. We have a balisong. Right here we can see balisong, both sides. You can see it's got partially metal construction in here. I'm pretty sure this inner part here is metal, and these screws are probably metal just as well. And this little flippy deal at the bottom there, the clasp, maybe, the latch. See, this is my degree of balisong knowledge, that I'm referring to this as the flippy deal. Is going to be, well, that's great too. But what's really incredible about this, and what made me realize that I just needed this guy more than anything when I was standing in that store, was what's inside this balisong. Are we ready? Here we go. A lot of people are saying it's a comb, isn't it? It's not a comb. It's so much better. Are we ready? Here we go. Here we go. My YouTube balisong flipping debut. Ow. Damn it. Bam. That's right. I have no freaking idea what this is. And I managed in my inaugural YouTube flip to bang into something as well as hit my fingers with it. This is a balisong multi-tool. It's like if Leatherman made a balisong. For some freaking reason, I am just amazed by the existence of this. So let me give you a tour of this wonderful piece right here. This is a bottle opener, or a cap lifter if you prefer. Mind you, the cap lifter is going to be substantially hindered by the presence of this little guy in here, and given the state of this steel, I would be a little surprised if this didn't just break off the first time you use it. And by the way, the dragon thing is even more convincing when closed. Those are the kinds of details you demand. Over here, you've got yourself a sharpening choil. They put a sharpening choil on a ruler, so you have a ruler complete with a sharpening choil. And that's pretty excellent. Let's see if it's actually accurate. I haven't tried that yet. Let's take a little look-see here. Let's see, 2 inches. This is vaguely accurate. Yeah, that's accurate-ish, right? Yeah, I think we're okay there. So we've got the ruler going on here. Then then we've got our little hex bit section here, and for the uninitiated, this is designed for very small hex bits, which is certainly out there. And then if we just put aside the fact that the bottom of it isn't entirely, guys, this is a feature I didn't even notice. Look at this. The blade is pre-cracked. Oh yeah, that's right. They have managed to send this out such that it is already busted. Oh, wow. I feel like I might have desperately underpaid for this. So we've got our little screw opener. So picture yourself on the job site, busting this little guy out here, popping that over. Am I sure it's not just a burr? No, unfortunately, I think this entire thing was meant to be a Balisong multi-tool. This would be a very large burr on there. No, that is not a burr, absolutely not. You can see here from this side, it's a crack. From this side, it's a crack, guys. It is absolutely 100% a crack, which is what you would have to be on to buy this knife. Except, I bought it. Oh, yeah. It's all a burr indeed. So we've got our little, you got this thing. We've got our gut hook on the front here and or seatbelt cutter. Because again, imagine your first responder showing up after they show up to the fire and they're like, okay, hey, here we go. Oh yeah, that's right. Tacticaling, there we go. See, I'm getting better at this, guys. That's some Balisong flipping skill. Ow, right there. Come on, close. Yeah, so anyways, your firefighter busts this guy out. Bam, they can cut the seatbelt. Let's see if this actually cuts fabric. Let's check this out. Yeah, is it wrong that you want to try and legit flip this thing? Oh, I've been playing with it all week here, and that's... Okay. I'm wondering whether this is just completely unsharpened. Yeah, so, yeah, let me just... I've been folded over a little cotton patch here. Let's try it one more time here. So this is failing to cut a small piece of cotton, which is not really super promising for it. A pants hanger, says John Denich 1H. John. Nice. Absolutely beautiful. So you've got your unsharpened hook here to hang from your belt loop, which, yeah, perfect, because it doesn't have a pocket clip. You have up here a combination pry bar that isn't really all that thick, or thin, I'm sorry, and maybe this gives you 2 smaller screwdrivers? That's excellent. You've got a hex bit thing here. Now, I don't believe that this hex bit actually fits a hex bit here. And so there's one way to check this, and that is to bring out another obscenity of a Chinese-made multi-tool, and that is Team America. Team America doesn't really get that much love on the channel. I don't need him all that often, but he's always there, off to the side, wishing me luck, because this is 100% made in China, but it is absolutely... Team America. And so that's a joy. But inside Team America here, we've got all kinds of drill bits that is. And yeah. So let's see. I've got myself a standard bit here. Okay. So I'd like to highlight real quick, hey, I can measure this now. I have the technology. Check this out. Right here. Right here. Actually, let's use millimeters. Let's let the good guys win for once, shall we? All right. So I'm going to measure the acrossitude of this guy here, and that comes in at 5.73 millimeters. And let's measure the width of this guy here, and that is 6.3. So that means that this is a little hex screw holder thing that does not ever and cannot ever hold a hex screw, although I guess you could do it over here. That's something, right? Ay, 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 ay. That's a thing. You know what? I like the resonance on this guy. Nice. So, yeah, that's really excellent. And then on the backside, we have a file. How did I not show off the file? And of course, this is designed by my good friend the USA and handcrafted in China, so that just makes it better. Oh my God, that just makes... John Tedichwan calls this a rooster head, and indeed it really is. That's pretty excellent. I love it. So, yeah, what we have here is a tool that has many, many tools, of which, well, the ruler works. We know that. And I bet this could pry, right? Yeah, it could pry. The hook won't work. The hex won't work. This barely will. Oh, does the file actually work? Nope. It appears to be slightly... Oh, no, that part actually had some bite to it. Ay, ay, ay. Why waste a perfectly good cotton patch? See, that's the beautiful thing here. The cotton patch was completely uninjured. Oh, man. People are saying try bending it, try destroying it, but no. This is my only ballast song, people. If I'm ever going to become a Kali martial artist, I'm going to need this little guy here and to learn all the tricks and the flips and the... Yeah. And the thing is, they're both bite handles, because both the handles on this thing kind of really bite. No, that was hilarious. Okay. I digress. I digress. So this was another beautiful thing that we picked up on our little shopping trip. The final beautiful thing came almost as an accident, actually. The young lady who was helping us, and she was indeed a very, very excellent salesman and very much an enthusiast of cutlery. This young lady came as we were checking out. We had these items here. She said, "Is there anything else?" Because again, good salesperson right here. And I said, "No, I think we better stop here," thinking of the shame I would feel in the morning as I walked out with, by the way, the price tags here. Actually, I'm going to let YouTube guess. Right now, I need a price tag on this guy, and I need a price tag on this guy. And actually, I'll give you a hint. They're both the same price. So anyways, this fine young lady says, okay, you have anything else? Do you need anything else? We have all kinds of other cutlery. Okay, I'm seeing these are coming in now. I'm seeing $4.99, $9.99, $20 for each. David B. is the winner. Indeed, both of these were priced at a paltry $20. Have you seen how much ballad songs go for these days? Oh, yeah. I feel like I made money there. Yeah, I'm completely an idiot. But that's okay. But anyways, we're getting ready to leave. Do you need anything else? We have all kinds of martial arts blades, foam swords, swords from Lord of the Rings, swords from Legends of Zelda. She saw that I was a nerd and so suggested that. And then she said two magical words that I didn't expect to hear, but brought me a little bit of joy. And then led me over to this pen. So as many of you know, I also am a big fan of reviewing pens. And in fact, a lot of people prefer my pen reviews to my knife reviews and my watch reviews. Pens are a beautiful thing. They tend to be relatively accessible to a lot of people. Lots of people can buy a pen. I can afford a pen, even with the kinds of taste in pens that I have. And so what you have here is a pen. And so I can write. I can say, "Hey, everybody." And you know what? It's not a bad pen. Okay, it's kind of a bad pen. This refill isn't doing a whole lot of joy. But the thing is, well, once you are done writing, you got a little trick. Oh, yeah. That's right. It's a penknife. Huh? Oh, yeah. Inside this freaking pen, they have hidden a blade. Is it a good blade? No. Is it a sharp blade? No, not particularly. It's chisel ground, so we can be pretty sure that Ernie Emerson was involved at some point here in the process. But, yeah, that's, okay, it kind of cut a little bit. There we go. No, this is just tearing. But that's okay. You know what? The point here is shaky or shanking and whatnot. That's just not a beautiful thing. This is just dumb as a bag of hammers. I mean, at every freaking level. At which point, Actually, no, I'm not going to incriminate the young lady. We're just going to leave it at that. But nonetheless, so I review lots of knives. I review lots of pens. And now I can review both all at once. And the other beautiful thing about this, by the way, is when I first laid eyes on this, because the two magical words that she uttered were, quote, hidden blades. And they had like a comb and whatnot. But I had assumed that when she showed this to me that the blade was attached to the backside, not the front side. But indeed, what you have here is a perfectly serviceable pen. See, I can still write. And I can shank. So it's beautiful. It's like, it's one-stop shopping. It's absolutely perfect for somebody in your life because you can go from right, shank, right, shank. Exactly. I mean, how perfect is this? And so that's just nice. They've thought every little design element through here, and as a result, we end up with this little bit of beauty. So what we now have here is a penknife, finally. I have reviewed on the channel a penknife that is for the real. The right blood can be the ink if you run out. Yeah, indeed. So, yeah, this is probably not super legal where you live. It may not even be super legal where I live. In fact, I'm probably going to destroy this after this video. But anyways, that is the fruits of my beautiful labor in walking into this just beautiful store outside Cleveland, Ohio. Because, oh man, what was I thinking? And so, and the very, very, very best part about all of this whatsoever is that the fiance and I were thinking about going to a movie. We were there. We didn't have a whole lot to do, and so we thought, okay, well, there's a 7:15 show, and let's just go see something afterwards. And so we had a movie all picked out, and then we walked into this store. And we were just dying laughing. We were looking through the entire... And she was on board. This is the woman who said, Nick, you're not leaving this behind. And we ended up missing our movie looking for these terrible freaking pieces of gear. So I am just absolutely astounded by the joy that could come from all that. And so I'm getting to a lot of different viewer requests tonight. I've given you a fixed blade. Perfect. I've given you a little bit more of the way of artistic engraving. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've given the first ballad song to ever grace the Nick Shabazz channel, which I will be learning with, and just, oh, yeah. That's going to be excellent right there. See the skill? Put the little dangly bit back in there. Whatever, close enough. And then right here we have ourselves a penknife. See, isn't that beautiful? Isn't life wonderful? We walked into this mall thinking we were just going to have a little look-see, wander around a little, maybe find ourselves something to eat. And we walked out with just so much more. Life, my friends, finds a way. It's the beautiful thing. Nice closing words, I think, to leave us with. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid that the terrible knife of the month actually wasn't that bad. Honestly, there's not all that much to complain about here. The action is solid. Locks up. In the grand scheme of knives I would not wish on my worst enemy, this is pretty low in there. And it appears to be, yeah. Plus you get the don't step on snake thing going on here. Oh, man. That's just excellent. So there we go. But luckily, I had my strategic terrible knife reserve. Was able to bust that out to save the day. And don't worry, it's not on empty. I still got a little shelf of joy up there in my closet of joy. So, and we know, finally, the identity of USA. Please, don't bother this guy, by the way. He's just trying to make a living. But we know, finally, what's going on there. So, anyways, I hope this has been interesting to you, everybody, that you have enjoyed this beautiful, beautiful preview of these terrible, terrible, terrible freaking knives. I can see why the Bally guys like this. Walking around with Blade Show, freaking flipping everywhere, trying to damn near stab me. Here, I'll do a throwing trick. Ready? Ready? Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm a ballad song guy right there. And yourselves... I need to show up at Blade H. So, I'm sorry. At Blade Show, this last year, Blade HQ hosted a ballad song flipping competition. I kind of need to crash that with this. Alrighty. Anyways, hope this has been interesting to you. Have yourselves an absolutely wonderful rest of your evening. Good God. I'm just picturing the judgment from all these Palace Song professionals. That would be great. All right. Have yourselves a good one, everybody. Bye now.